Welcome back. Marriage is seen as a low priority for many young adults in the world today. You know, with the fast-moving careers and casual dating becoming a bigger priority. The average age of marriage for women is now at 26, and for men, it's sitting at the age of 28. And in a recent article from USA Today, one reporter addresses the changing face of marriage. Donna Fortney, a relationship counselor, is here now to talk about why opinions may be changing in our day and age. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's nice to be back.
You know, this generation of people in their 20s are growing up the children of parents who went through the divorce revolution, the generation that saw 50% of marriages dissolved. Maybe they're scared of it.
They're definitely scared of it, I think, and I'm seeing more and more individuals before they get married, so I'm doing a lot more education and having them think about what they're really getting into. What is this? What does love mean? What does commitment mean to them? And I think not necessarily deciding not to get married, but really to learn about their partner, learn about themselves first before they really take that, you know, that big plunge into the forever after.
Because it is a lifelong plunge, and even in the case of divorce, it's still a lifelong plunge in many respects because of legal obligations, children, things of that sort. Oftentimes, you are forever connected to that person that you once married. But what do you hear from people that age? Is it possible to communicate with them rationally about what they're getting into? Because when somebody's madly in love and they're infatuated, all reason oftentimes goes out the door.
Oh, well, I know that very well. I have 3 adult children, and they've all been through this at various times. And so I think that trying to convince someone not to get married is really not the way to go. They're in love. They found this person out of the thousands of people that they could be with. This is the special one for reasons. And I think that it takes sort of finesse, it takes time in helping them understand themselves and to learn that it's okay to get married if you're younger, but know what you're getting into. Know more about yourself. Right. And I think that's what couples are doing more of these days, is questioning that, and how can I be a better partner for the relationship that I'm going into, instead of looking for Mr. or Ms. Right. You
know, the governor of Alaska was in the news again recently, Sarah Palin, talking about her teenage daughter who was just given birth. And she said, and I think she was criticized in some respects for saying it, but she referenced marriage as basically being like a business contract, a contract that you have to honor and respect, even if you don't necessarily agree with all the components of it, or in the case of marriage, the person that you're married to. But I thought that was actually a very honest assessment, because eventually the infatuation, the excitable love will wear off, and it becomes a question of just maneuvering the waters of life with somebody who you're with for a long, long time.
You're right, and I agree with that that statement. And there's more to that. I think that yes, it's, if we go into it as looking at the components of a business, and that this is a contract for life, for for a long time. And to know that there's the communication part of it, there's the agreement of, are we going to have children, and how many, how we're going to raise them, how are we going to deal with conflict, and that's something that people don't really know about. And talking about aspects, financial aspects, sexuality, these are some of the topics that aren't gone over in premarital counseling. Typical premarital counseling in churches and synagogues.
And in the instance of kids, if the kids are not factored into the equation there, and the marriage dissolves, the courts will factor that equation into it for you, you know?
Oh, absolutely, and being a parent, being a partner is forever. It's for the life of the child. And it's not until that child's 18, because adolescence is lasting longer and longer. And I think that's part of this, because, you know, that prefrontal cortex part of the brain, that last part of the brain that develops, for women it's not until you're 25 or so, and for men it's not until about 27. So they're not even ready to really make decisions like that.
Exactly.
But I think that they're getting smarter. I think people are waiting because they have careers, they want careers.
Donna Fortney, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Relationship Counselor Donna Fortney. Lots of food for thought there.